When you're writing down the information for your evidence, warrant, and conclusion, this is the way I'd like for you to do it. So take a blank file, and you're going to want to start with a header. So up here, put your cursor, double click, and you're in the header. Put the page number, top of page, and number 3. Now put in your last name and a space. That makes it look much nicer. Make sure this is Times New Roman. Right? To make sure that it's Times New Roman, you go to Home and you check. This is Times New Roman. To get out of that and down into the body of the paper, you come down below the dotted line and double click. Now you can start with the heading. The first thing you want to do is to check to see that you don't have extra spaces between your paragraphs, and if we continue like this, we will. So we want to remove space after paragraph, then double space. Easiest way is Control 2, and we're all set. So put in your name, my name, the class, and the date this is due. So this is due on Thursday, which is the 19th. That's 19 February, right? And the year is 2015. All right, enter. Next, you want to put in the title. So at this point, you're going to do Control E, which will center it. Your title will be Slip or Trip, because we're not sure whether poor Arthur slipped and fell down the stairs or if his wife Queenie actually tripped him. All right, now Control L will get you back to the left side, and at this point put in a table. I have tried using columns. Columns are a pain in the neck. So do a table. Come up to Insert, do Table. You want to have 3 across, 2 down. Okay? Right here in the far left top box, you want to put in Evidence. The next one, you want Rule or Warrant, and you'll hear me refer to this as Warrant quite often. And the last you want is Conclusion. All right. So next row. Enter, whole bunch of enters here. So you want this to be extended. You want to do that with each one of these. Now let me show you what's going on here. If you click on the Home tab, and then over here on this thing where it shows the paragraph sign, it's actually called a pilcrow. Click on that. Each time you see the pilcrow, that means that you have pressed the Enter key. This just more or less saves the spacing. And so we'll put in all of these, and then you don't have to worry. If you need more room, fine, keep going on your enters. No problem. Now go back to the top of this box. Each time you put in some kind of evidence, the warrant for that evidence and the conclusion that you come to, number it. So this is number 1 for the evidence. This is number 1 for the rule for that evidence. And this is number 1 for the conclusion for that evidence. Come down to the next one. You have 2 for each one. And you just keep going this way until you get to the very end. Right? Very simple. And that's the way you set up your paper.